quickly move across. Lupin, we spoke with the management earlier, and they've guided with regard to how their margins will shape up in coming quarters. Let's go in and listen into a slice of that conversation. Of course, the numbers itself were a beat on all fronts. Listen into a slice of that.
If you look at the US markets, so you have risk, both Spiriva and Albuterol. That's really helped. And essentially, if you look at EU also, it's we have Foster and the like as well. But more importantly, there has been secular growth across all our markets, including India, where the productivity has really paid off. We added about 1,000 odd people in the last quarter of the last fiscal. So that's really paid off. So from our perspective, whilst there is a lot of room for optimism, given the current trajectory and the like, and there are, of course, other, all of this will certainly continue from our perspective. But there are also negatives in terms of potentially disruptions because of Red Sea related issues, because of air freight going up and the like. So you'd like to play conservative in that sense, right? And I would say anything between 19.5% to 20.5% in the quarters to come would look pretty good for us.
Right. Nitin, Lupin, fantastic set of earnings. They've managed to outperform quarter on quarter in terms of beating street expectations. The stock is looking flat to slightly positive on a down market. Would you look at adding Lupin tactically to your portfolio?
Like I mentioned, I'm not going to comment in terms of what we will add to our portfolio or not, to be honest. But look, I can just give you a broad perspective. I think the generics pharma space is looking good. There is a short supply in the US, and prices have bottomed out in terms of whether you take generic drugs out there. So I think clearly it's looking good for generic pharma in the next year as we look at it. They're also using, some of them have had this big blockbuster drug Revlimid. Cash flows have been generated very strongly, and they've been shoring up their balance sheets because of that. So overall, we have a positive view on generic pharma, and we think it is a good tactical play.
Good tactical play, and that's what we've seen for Lupin, which has been leading amongst most of its other pharma players. We'll take a break, we'll come back, but on the other side, we'll take you to the top buy today, sell tomorrow.